Welcome to the Thrive Perspective. Are you just surviving in your life? Are you ready to thrive in your life? Well, yes, I bet you are, and that's why you're tuning in today. And I am so glad that you are here. Hi, I'm Rena Romano, and the Thrive Perspective is an innovative approach to help you get back to happy. Stop living in the what-ifs so that you can get unstuck and start living an unstoppable life. I hope you're ready. So let's get started with today's program. Hello, Thriver. How are you doing today? Isn't today a great day? I hope you think it is. Yay! And if it's not going so well for you, maybe after today's show, you'll see a different way to look at things. Yeah, and things will look a little bit brighter after you listen to today's show. So, welcome. Glad you're here. Today, I'm going to talk about life. Yep, life is messy. So, let's talk about life is messy. Embrace the perfect imperfection of it and just make the best of it, right? Because life isn't always so perfect, darn it. I think if it were, though, it'd be kind of boring. Don't you think? Hope you agree with that one. Well, let me take you back to 2002. My husband and I built our dream home. We picked out everything and we paid close attention to even the smallest details, the tile, the carpet, the paint colors. We even adjusted a few room measurements here and there, so our home was built the way we wanted it. Well, one thing I didn't want was towel bars on the wall in the master bath, so I purchased a decorative towel stand that accommodated 2 hanging towels. And I was so proud of our home because I wanted it to look picture perfect. I'd never built a home before. It was so cool. But man, it was stressful too. But anyway, I wanted it to look picture perfect, like it was staged for a magazine shoot. And after I showered, I would fold my towel neatly and drape it over my designated bar on the stand. My husband, on the other hand, would just, he'd throw his towel over his designated bar with no regard to how it looked. It drove me crazy. And I would get so mad at him. It's just a towel, right? His towel was haphazardly thrown. It was all messy, and half of it would be lying on the floor. And every morning it was the same thing, stumbling half asleep in the bathroom. I would look to see by chance if he did take the time to fold his towel, as I'd asked him to 100 times before. Yeah, well, my husband's pretty good at keeping the dishes clean and picking up after himself, but when it comes to hanging a dish towel or a bath towel, he just can't master the art of it. Not the way I want it, So, and it didn't bother him how the towel was hung, as long as it was hung up. His mission was accomplished, and he would happily go off and enjoy his day. But I was obsessed. I was obsessed with needing to control everything, and everything had to be perfect and perfectly in its place. My morning ritual began with me being angry at my husband, and I would grab his towel and neatly fold it and precisely hang it on the designated bar. Now, it's not like everybody in the neighborhood was going to become traipsing through our bathroom to look to see if he'd hung his bar or not, but I would see it every day, and I wanted it a certain way. Come on. Is that too much to ask? So I would spend the rest of my day complaining about that and everything else. Well, it's just a towel, he would say. At the end of 2007, I lost my job. And the following year, 2008, the economy completely tanked. And I was unable to find employment. So my husband encouraged me to write my memoir, His Puppet No More. And if you're interested, you can get that at Amazon.com. But he said, that's your job now. And he remained employed until the summer of 2018 when he was laid off. He searched for a job, and he even looked outside the state of Florida, and luckily, 3 months later, he found a job in another part of the state. But we really desperately, we wanted to keep our dream home, and So we lived apart for 3 years and only seeing each other on the weekends. That same year, I started my own business as a professional speaker and coach. So we took turns driving for our weekend visit, and those drives were horrific. It was a 6 to 7 hour drive one way. Driving after work on Friday and then returning to our designated homes late Sunday evening. The drive, man, it was exhausting. And the stress was taking its toll on our health and our marriage. And our weekend visits were reduced to once a month, taking turns traveling to visit the other. So back in our dream home, I spent several weeks alone and waking one morning, just as I had thousands of times before. I stumbled into the bathroom and stepping onto the cold tiled floor, I looked over at the decorative towel stand, and folded neatly and draped on its designated bar was my towel, and only my towel. It looked as lonely as I felt, and I began to cry. And I grew angry at myself because, well, I was realizing how much time and energy I wasted being mad and complaining over a stupid towel. Jeez. Yeah, life isn't perfect, and it's messy at times. And it doesn't run according to the way we think it should. And you know what? It's not meant to. That morning, crying in the bathroom, I began to smile. Yeah. And laughing through the tears, I miraculously traded my expectation of life to an appreciation for my life. And I discovered the joy of gratitude that day. Well, we had to sell our dream home, and together we moved to a new city. We bought an older home, and we spent some time fixing it up, and it isn't built exactly the way we want, and it's messy at times. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. Because I realized that when I tried to control everything, I wasn't in control of anything. And I allowed life to control my emotions. Yeah, if things didn't go my way, I would get mad, throw tantrums, get pissed, go about my day complaining, being miserable over a stupid towel. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, we get caught up in these things. I'm sure you do too. But that's part of emotional intelligence is watching how we react to things. And so today, I'm in awe of my choices. And I choose to start my day with an optimistic outlook, no matter how life happens to materialize, because some days are absolutely perfect. Some days are a little messy. But you know what? If we're still breathing, that's kind of perfect, isn't it? But now, let me tell you, when I stumble into the bathroom each morning, I am happily filled with gratitude because haphazardly hanging on the wall, there are 2 towels. And walking past them, I smile and leave them hanging in their messy, perfect imperfection. You know what? He was right. It's just a towel. My goodness. So Thriver, embrace the perfect imperfection of your life. What can you do to make it more positive? Don't dwell on the little things. Don't dwell on the messy towel, but live in gratitude that there are 2 towels or 3 or 4, how many ever there are in your home. That's what we need to focus on. It's just a towel. You know, my sister-in-law used to have OCD really bad. And my sister-in-law said once, Serena, these things are here to serve us, not us serve them. And I don't know, something just really clicked when she said that. And I stopped worrying about folding the towels so perfectly and making sure everything was just in its perfect spot. My house is messy now. Maybe it's just because I'm getting lazy in my old age. I don't know. Who cares, right? Life is messy. Enjoy the perfect imperfection of it because it is. Life is messy. And it's not always going to go the way we want it to go. I think maybe if it did, That would be a little boring, don't you think? What do you think about that? I would love to hear from you and hear your thoughts on my show, my podcast, my episodes. So send me an email at info@rinaromano.com. That's info@rinaromano.com. Let me hear from you, okay? I want to hear how you're enjoying it. And if you really are enjoying it, please share with your friends and family the Thrive perspective. Maybe it will help somebody that put a smile on their face. So, yeah, smile. It looks good on you, right? Anyway, so you know that I really, really love quotes. And I was looking for a quote for about perfection, but it's not really about perfection. I think it's about happiness. Life is messy. Enjoy the perfect imperfection of it. I think it talks about happiness and gratitude more than anything. And I ran across this quote, and it says, happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is a spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. And that's by Dennis Waitley. He's an American writer. And I think he's right. Experiencing every minute of your life. And don't get all pissed off because the towel's not folded right or hanging right, or the kids didn't tie their shoes or pick up after themselves, or there's dishes in the sink. I mean, yeah, if they've been there for a while, maybe you better get a little upset about that. But life's too darn short to just get mad at every little thing. We have to pick our battles. Don't you agree? Anyway, life is messy. Enjoy the perfect imperfection of it. Have you downloaded your free ebook yet, The Principles of Potential? If not, go to rinaromano.com and download your free ebook, The Principles of Potential. And write in your own quotes and your own words that resonate with you to help you live a positive, perfect, imperfect, messy life, okay? And again, I would love to hear from you, and share this with your friends and family. That's the best compliment too. Let me hear from you. What would you like for me to talk about? And stay tuned next week for some more episodes, and keep smiling, okay? Stay positive and smile, because it really looks good on you. And share that with someone else, okay? Have a terrific day, Thriver. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, I wish you peace, love, and ciao for now.